What's up, guys? Rick Percoco here, coming at you from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Just jumping online, giving you a quick update as to what's going on. I did not pick up a load back to Dallas on Friday because I dropped off too late in Baltimore on Friday to get something. There was really nothing going back out to the Dallas area, or really out in general from the Baltimore area. So I couldn't get back to Dallas on Friday, so I had to wait and drive down to the Chesapeake area where we got a solid back call. Hey, what's up, David? Back to Dallas on Monday, tomorrow. So I sat all weekend in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake area, waiting for our back haul on Monday. And since I was stationed here in Virginia Beach at NAS Oceana when I was active duty military, Navy, I got to see some old friends, and it just so happened that the March for Trump rallies nationwide was this weekend, and Virginia Beach had a huge one. So I was able to go to that one and see a bunch of patriots and see a bunch of Trump supporters there, which was awesome. There was some there was the anti-Trump Antifa protesters there as well, but they were separate. There were no incidents. It was calm. It was awesome. They didn't have anything to say. They just taped their mouths shut and pretty much didn't say anything. Just like hold their fists up. Yeah, that really accomplished a lot, you idiots. But it was peaceful, so that was good, man. It was good to see a bunch of patriots out there uniting together and getting loud and rowdy for freedom and liberty. So that's what I did on Saturday, and then, like I said, saw a couple people, saw some old friends and stuff Saturday and Sunday, yesterday and today. Hey, how's it going, Elizabeth? Thank you very much. Good job with yours out in Missouri. You said that there wasn't even any protesters or anything out in Missouri. Nobody showed up, so that was awesome. So good job out in Missouri. Like I told you on the comment, Elizabeth, man, we all need to keep united. We need to keep doing stuff. We need to keep getting together, keep having get-togethers, rallies, lunches, whatever the hell it is. So we keep the unity that we have, so we can continue to fight, because they're not going anywhere. The liberals are not going anywhere. They are doubling down every single day, and we need to do the same for liberty. They're raising the fight. We got to match them and go farther than them, and more intense and more aggressive with our fight for liberty, because the fight's never going to be over, because the fight's never going to be over for them. So we got to always stay vigilant, and we have to always preach liberty, and we have to always fight for liberty and stay involved. So for those of you who are following Get Fit for Freedom, Shipping Freedoms, the trucking company that I have, that I own with my brother, we're putting full body wraps for freedom on our tractors and trailers. 53 feet of billboard space is a perfect opportunity to spread the message. And one of those messages are going to be Get Fit for Freedom. Now, I actually am overweight myself, and a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks now, I have been losing weight, and I've been documenting it, been taking pictures, been doing weekly weigh-ins and everything like that. Well, The last 2 weeks I was able to go home on the weekend, so my brother Nick was able to film me getting weighed in, but um, not this week. Like I said, I did not make it home this week to get weighed in, so I thought I was. I thought we were able to get freight back to Dallas in time, but that ended up not happening, so I ended up having to buy another scale at Walmart here in Virginia Beach and see if I could do on location weigh-in tonight, and that didn't work out too well. That was an utter disaster and failure. I don't know what happened. The scale was giving all sorts of readings, never the same one twice, so I don't know where the hell I'm at. So I'll try again tomorrow with the weigh-in for week 3 and post whatever updates if I can get it to work. If I can weigh in a couple times and have it be the same weight, then I'll know where I'm at. Otherwise, I'll just I don't know, have to skip week 2 or week 3 and weigh in week 4 when I'm home, and then I don't know, split the difference and call week 3 and week 4 for that weigh-in. You know, one half for week 3, one half for week 4. So that's really that for the Get Fit for Freedom. If you are not already a member of the group Shipping Freedom's Get Fit for Freedom, you can just hashtag Get Fit for Freedom and pull up the group and pull up all of the postings and stuff that everybody's been posting. A bunch of people are liking it. A bunch of people are following me, what I'm doing, and some people have also said that they've been motivated myself to get in shape and get fit for freedom. So that's awesome. We all need to get fit. We all need to have the energy to be able to combat the tyrants and combat the people who want to take our liberties away, because as I just mentioned, these guys are not giving up. They are in it to win it, and we have to match that, and we have to be able to work as hard as them and be able to have the energy to work as hard as them. We need to get fit, and we need to eat healthy, and we need to be able to get that level of energy required that way. And obviously working out and eating good and getting fit is the best way to do that. Dallas, Trump needs our support now more than ever. Exactly. They're doubling, like the opposition, the left, the deep state, the globalists. They're doubling down. They are pissed that their puppet Hillary did not get in, and Trump, the outsider, got in and pushed their freaking agenda back. So they are doubling down. They're pissed. They're a cornered cat, and they are out for freaking blood. They're already attempting to dismantle his entire cabinet, and they're not going to stop until he's freaking gone and impeached, and they install their puppet president to further their agenda, which means that we have to double down on our end with what we're doing. There's no rest. Trump getting elected did not create utopia. That was not the end of the fight. That is the beginning of the fight. That's why I am doubling down. That's why my brother's doubling down. That's why everybody needs to double down. That's why I began doing Get Fit for Freedom and began getting in shape, because we need to double down with what we're doing. And I finally realized that I do not have the energy to double down myself and to actually man up and walk the walk myself. So that's why I'm personally getting in shape. And we all need to do that as well. Not just get in shape, but double down with whatever we're doing for liberty and freedom, because we're all in this fight. It is all of our problem, and we are all the solution if we get together and fight together and fight for this thing. All right, so all of us need to get involved, and all of us need to double down. So that's the update for Shipping Freedom's Get Fit for Freedom. The updates that we have for Shipping Freedom in general, like I said, we're moving freight pretty good. We got a dedicated backhaul, which usually is the hardest to get. We found a dedicated backhaul from Chesapeake, Virginia back to Dallas. We just need to get some dedicated freight back, or I guess going to Chesapeake from Dallas, and then we can have our dedicated haul. And Nick and I are going to be doing teams, double the money in the same amount of time, and we're just gonna freaking get it. We're gonna be paying off some loans and stuff that we got to get this up and running, and we're gonna be dumping money in this thing probably for the rest of the year, so we can grow it as big as we can, so we can spread liberty and freedom, Tim, wherever we go. And I do know a thing or two about freedom and liberty, and that's why we are trying to spread freedom and liberty around the country, because more people need to get involved and more people need to have the knowledge as far as what we need to do to maintain freedom, to achieve and maintain freedom. So that's what we're going to be doing with Shipping Freedom. The desk that we built for the passenger seat that I'm going to be doing Long Haul for Liberty, podcast show that was cheap and flimsy, made out of aluminum. We just kind of bolted thin aluminum while the vibrations busted the corner. It weakened the metal and it busted the corner. So we had to get a gas bottle, and I had to weld up some more solid metal, and it actually came out freaking nice. So maybe tomorrow I'll be caught up enough to maybe do a video on what I did with the desk, but it's solid as hell right now, so I can move forward with mounting the monitors that I need to be able to do the podcast and the show by myself correctly and somewhat professionally for you guys and for everybody. So that should be pretty good. And then once I get the monitors mounted and be able to find some lights, probably some like 12-volt LED lights, because I really don't have that much power in the truck. Obviously, everything's running off 12 volt, just to get enough light for you guys. So it's a little lighter than this, because probably most of the time that I'll be doing the podcast will be at night. So to give you guys just a little more light than this while I do the podcast, be able to mount some lights everywhere or whatever, I'll be able to do that. Find a microphone, and then I'll be able to download and make the podcast structure and outline, and beginning to set up the actual podcast and the actual show, and begin doing that on Shipping Freedom's YouTube channel. And I'll probably share it to Shipping Freedom's Facebook page and my own personal Facebook page as well, to just to get it out there. And hopefully I'll be able to do it every night. Maybe not the nights where I load, because then that'll push it to a 12, 13, or 14 hour day of getting loaded and then driving my entire 10 and a half to 11 hours on top of getting loaded and unloaded for an hour or two. So that might be a little too long of a day for me, but I'll have to see what my energy level is on those days, see if I could produce a somewhat good show for you guys on those days. But definitely, if I'm just driving for 10 hours and going down the road and that's all I have to do, then I'll just wake up, do my 10 hours, be off 5, 6 o'clock at night, and hop on here and do a show for an hour or 90 minutes or 2 hours. And I'm gonna have to play around with the timeline, see how long that's gonna take. But obviously, we got for the podcast, we got to make the intro videos and get some music that's royalty free, and set up all of the lower third graphics and everything for it. So I have some work to do with that. We're almost to that point to be able to do that as well. And got some things that we got going on with Get Fit for Freedom that I've thought of that I need to run by Nick and see what he thinks about it. But it might be some cool ideas that we could expand the whole Get Fit for Freedom thing, to expand that and to move forward on that. So that might be pretty cool. So I'll keep you guys informed and updated as far as what goes on with those updates if he okays that. So I'm gonna have to see what my business partner Nick has to say about it, because he's in this thing just as much as I am. But other than that, just waiting to pick up the load tomorrow and going home. I'm not going to even pull in the driveway. Nick's going to meet me where I'm getting unloaded or loaded up. He's going to get me some more supplies, and I'm going to be back out on the road. Hopefully by next weekend, I'll be able to take a couple days off. Probably Sunday and Monday of next week, I'll be home. If we can find some loads. So might be able to have a couple of days off at home next week and then reset after that. But we are running hard. We're running as hard as we can to grow this thing and to get solid freight for shipping freedom so we can move forward with our business. We're almost there, which is really not bad. We've only been in business, since mid-November, because I began running by myself. Nick was not transitioned out from his daily job yet until the first of the year, so I was getting things up and running by November. So, and then when Nick transitioned out, then we were only doing it since the beginning of the year, so 2 months really, and we're already freaking finding some solid leads on some freight, moving forward with our business. And it's only been 2 months really of us getting out here. So we're still brand new, but for being brand new, we've been able to get it, and we've been able to make some progress and really get our foundation built and learn our way around being owner-operators in the trucking business. So besides that, I am going to also there are some trucking vlogs out there that a few people, while they're driving, hey, what's up, Pete? While they're driving, throughout the day, they video vlog their daily life, their daily adventures, and their daily driving routine or whatever, and then they do a little video editing with that video and then post like a 10 or 15 minute video every night. So I might be doing a vlog as well, just to just to get some like behind the scenes more trucking stuff as far as the business is concerned with that, on top of the driving and unloading and loading and everything else involved in the regular business and the podcast at night. So if I can organize it and be smart about it and be efficient and do things smart and efficient way, then I might be able to do all that stuff and not overwhelm myself. So those are the 3 things or 4 things that I'm going to be focusing on and will be able to launch here quickly. That's obviously just the general trucking business and the whole moving freight with the trucking business. That's number 1, and then the Long Haulin' for Liberty podcast show, and then the daily vlog, and then Get Fit for Freedom updates and Get Fit for Freedom Facebook posts and everything. So those 4 things are really where we're at right now with Shipping Freedom. We don't have enough money to get the body wrap on there yet, but we're working up to that. So hopefully, we'll be able to do that in the near future. Obviously, I don't have a date on that yet. Obviously, that's the reason why we have a trucking business and why I've been doing this. But we have basically just boots strapped this whole thing and have built this thing up and are building and in the process of building this whole thing up from nothing. So it's going to take a little bit of time for that extra cost of the body wrap, but we will get there. We will definitely get there, and that'll only be the beginning. So we are going to really get it. We are in this thing for the long haul. So donations for the wrap, I tried that a couple times already and didn't get $1 from anybody, unfortunately. So I don't know, maybe we could try that a little later on after we get more established and people begin to gather some YouTube subscribers, maybe from Long Hauling for Liberty, and if I could get some followers on the daily vlog that I'm doing on YouTube. Both of those will be videos on YouTube, so I can monetize those videos and be able to pull some extra income from those. Maybe we might be able to do GoFundMe or Money Bomb or something at that point. But as far as now, I don't think if I were to do something like that, then anybody would give me any donations for the wrap. But I mean, I don't know. You never know. But as far as what we're focusing on right now, like setting up a donation thing, is since we've already tried that and it's failed, we're probably not going to be doing that right away. For the body wrap thing, we're just going to have to build up slowly on our own to that. So the quotes that we've got to wrap the entire truck and trailer and to do graphic design. The truck is a little bit hard for the graphic design because there's a lot of curves and everything. They have to custom design and think about for the actual truck. The trailer is just slapping stuff on the side, but there's a lot of surface area and a lot of material. So all three, truck, trailer, and graphic design work, is probably $10,000 to $15,000 for the entire rig to get it up and body wrapped. That's all four sides, front, back, and both sides, and then the entire truck. So 10 to 15 grand per body wrap. So it takes a lot of money. Yeah. So maybe 10,000 if we get somebody. If I could work a deal with somebody or something, but it's just a lot of surface area and a lot of material that they have to obviously buy and then mark up so they can make a profit, and that gets obviously carried over to us. So we're looking at 10,000 from the people that we've been looking at. So it is what it is. It's what we got into. It's what we knew we were going to get into, but we will definitely work up to that. We will definitely get there, and we'll definitely obviously keep everybody updated as far as what's going on with that. So with that being said, I think I'm going to call it a night, and more videos will come later in the week, and as updates roll out, we will let you know, and get fit for freedom, and always stay vigilant with freedom because we need it. All right, peace out.